It's got good app promo music. Stories to start your morning. First up, Zion. Zion sat out the Pelicans finale last night. Said it's time to get his game and his body, quote, where it needs to be for next season. Nick, what do you make of this?
This is the most overwrought story of the year. Who's the last NBA rookie who came into the league needing to improve their body and didn't? I would argue the only one I can think of that's a good prospect, a blue chipper, is Durant. But Durant obviously actually didn't need to. Durant's body's been the exact same since he was at Texas, and it's totally fine. Every rookie that either needs to add weight or lose weight always does. I don't know why we think Zion's going to be different. Now, Broussard, if people are worried about his knees or about if he's injury prone, so be it. We'll see. But this idea that Zion's just not going to improve his body as he gets to 22, 23, 24, all of NBA history says he will, Broussard.
I couldn't disagree more, Nick. I mean, this is a big story. Look, where's the last rookie that had to be on load management? Where's the last rookie that has never shown he could play 3 straight months of basketball consistently at a high level? I just think this is, look, the quote from Zion is great. The first step to recognize that you have a problem is to understand you have, or fixing a problem is to recognize you have a problem. His body is a problem. He's got to get together. I love that he said he wants to hear from the coach's point of view. So he's not just going to determine it himself. They're going to determine it. He's going to listen. That's the right step.
To be fair, we... Okay. All right.
No, well, sorry, Nick. We cut you off. No more. Playoff streak snapped, 22 straight seasons. In the playoffs, Spurs headed home. Broussard, how's this make you feel? I was a little bit sad about this.
Well, look, I've always said the Spurs are the Patriots, the New England Patriots of the NBA. Popovich is Belichick. Duncan was Brady. Without the what?
The cheating. Oh, the cheating. They're the Patriots of the NBA without the cheating. Yeah, it's great. It's even better.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But it makes me wonder, is this a precursor to what could be going on in New England this year in the NFL? Or is Cam Newton DeMar DeRozan?
Cam Newton's not DeMar DeRozan.
Listen,
I'm just
this Spurs great take. That's a great take.
I think this Spurs streak is actually underrated because it's not just 22 years in the postseason. In the midst of this, they had 20 straight years of 50 wins, with the one exception being a season that was only 50 games when they went 37-13 and won the title. Even the 66-game season, they found a way to win 50. It wasn't like they were sneaking into the postseason any of these years. And the fact that this year, they came down to the final game of the season, alive for the postseason. It's unbelievable what R.C. Buford and Greg Popovich have done there without the stink of multiple scandals is really a remarkable feat. And it goes alongside what some of the great, well, I mean, when we talk about other modern dynasties, that's what they have. Oh. No, that's just the truth.
Sunset Phoenix. Feel-good story of the bubble, headed home despite a perfect 8-0 record. Nick, I actually think not making the playoffs, here's a take, avoiding the Lakers could be good for the Suns' future. What do you think?
Oh, I like that take, that the Suns get to end the year on a high note. One of the only teams that ends on a winning streak other than the team that wins the title.
Other than the champion.
I have a hotter take. Adam Silver should come out today and say, Memphis, you're out. Phoenix, you're in. We've decided, because they finished with the same record. We've decided, in the bylaws, the tiebreaker is not head-to-head record. The tiebreaker is, if you went undefeated in the bubble, you win all tiebreakers.
Yes.
It's legitimate. Had they said that before the bubble, we'd have said, okay, totally fair. Everyone wants to see Blazers Suns, Dame versus Devin, with, by the way, bubble MVP on the line. And with respect to the Grizzlies, and I love Ja, nobody wants to see that. So Adam Silver, and listen, man, the late, great David Stern would at least be having meetings about it. The late, great David Stern would be saying, what are they going to do to me?
Well, look,
now it's going to be Dame.
I wish Nick was right. I wish Nick was right because I would love to see Book against Dame. I totally disagree with you, Wild. It's always good to make the playoffs. If they got in the playoffs, they'd be going in the next season thinking, let's make some noise in the playoffs. Now they're going in thinking, let's just make the playoffs. And here's the problem. I love their youth. I love Monty Williams. But who are they knocking out of the playoffs in the West next year? Remember, Golden State is getting in. Portland's going to be the 8 in the top 8. So is it Utah or OKC? Are they getting ahead of them? That's not even to mention Memphis and New Orleans and Sacramento. I mean, I wish Phoenix was in the East. That's a better take. Adam Silver, put Phoenix or somebody else in the East and let them battle there, because they definitely be a playoff team in the East.
Put New Orleans in the East. They're in the East.
Just
New
go
Orleans in the East.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Playoff primer. Lakers now waiting for the winner of the West play-in, Grizzlies Blazers, tomorrow at 2:30. Our friends at Fox Bet have the Lakers at minus 250 to beat the Blazers should they advance, and minus 2,000 to beat the Grizzlies if they reach round 1. Nick, who should the Lakers be rooting for?
Listen up, America. Here's who I'm rooting for. Give me the Blazers. I have pivoted on this, and I have decided I want the hardest possible path to a title, because I don't want to hear any nonsense anymore. I don't want to hear anything about finals record. I don't want to hear anything about asterisks. I don't want to hear anything about Ray Allen saved your legacy and Kyrie saved your legacy and the meltdown in 2011. I'm done with all of it. So give me the gauntlet. Give me the 8th best player in basketball in Damian Lillard in round 1. Give me a healthy James Harden and Russell Westbrook, the 4th and the 9th best players in basketball in round 2. Give me a healthy and absolutely on fire Kawhi and Paul George in round 3, the 5th and 12th best players in basketball. And then give me Giannis in the finals, the 2nd best player in basketball, and have that guy kick all their asses. That's what I want to see. Wow. That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for the bubble to start, the playoffs to start with LeBron taking on a red-hot Blazers team that laughably has people picking them to beat the Lakers, and to remind everyone what playoff LeBron looks like. I don't want Memphis and then OKC and then Denver as the playoffs could go. I want Portland, then Houston, then Broussard's beloved overrated Clippers, and then the Bucks. Give me the hardest path possible, and that's what I'm rooting for. So that starts with the Blazers, Broussard.
Memphis, OKC, and Denver? Really?
That's a possible path.
Wish that's it. No, it's not. Denver is not beating the LA Clippers. Stop it, Nick. They're not. You were okay until then.
But are they beating? Hold on. Are they beating the Mavericks after the Mavericks beat the Clippers?
5
I'm just playing
games.
with you. Go ahead. Sorry.
5. You know that.
Sorry,
Look.
Go ahead.
They should hope for Memphis. I'm with you. Portland will not beat them. I don't know what is going on up there at TNT. I don't know what Barkley and Greg Anthony on NBA TV is thinking. These people are crazy to pick Portland, which plays absolutely no defense, which made Karis LeVert, who is a very nice player, but they made him look like a future Hall of Famer. Okay? They are not going to be able to hold down LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Both of them. I told you guys, Wilds, not skinny Melo, not hoodie Melo, not Orangeman Melo, not Olympic Melo. Nobody can hold down LeBron James in Portland. Who? Melo Yellow, whatever it, no.
No, Broussard, but you do have them going 7. Yesterday you said you could see them going 7, but then you gave them 0 chance. And I said, hey, that's hard to wrap your head around. And you guys attacked me like a pack of wolves. I'm like, guys, if you're saying they could go 6 or 7, they got a chance to win. They're like, no, Wild. You started throwing stuff through the camera at me.
6 games. Yeah, I said I could see it. I could see it going 7, but 6.
Paul George took LeBron 7 once. In a series, his team had no chance to win. But I'm going to go further back in the history books, which is why, Broussard, I am rooting for the Blazers in round 1. Do you remember once upon a time when there was a team that a LeBron James team was playing that was considered one of the hottest teams in the league, had the hottest point guard in the league. And there was real concern, as good as LeBron's team is, who is going to guard Derrick Rose? That was back in 2011, and LeBron held him to 6.3% shooting in that series. I am excited to see, while Dame is incandescent and on fire, that you know who in the fourth quarter of these games is going to match up against him if need be? LeBron James.
A 27-year-old LeBron?
The unguardable Damian Lillard is going to get stifled, much like we saw LeBron at the beginning of the bubble guard Kawhi and Paul George on the same possession when need be. I know he is 2 weeks older than he was for the first game of the bubble, and I know in that time he's lost it, but I think he's going to be fine.
All right, LeBron finished as the NBA assist leader this season. No, averaged just over 10 a game. Nick, where does this rank on LeBron's accolades?
Probably outside of the top 10, Broussard. For most guys, it'd be the greatest moment of their career. I'm not sure if it cracks the top 10 for LeBron, but it's a nice thing to have on the basketball reference page. You like to make a point. He doesn't have a lot of those bolded categories, league leader. Now he's got a scoring title and an assist title, Broussard.
I actually agree with you, Nick. I thought you were going to go way overboard, but LeBron's done so much that this is way low on his list. It's nice to have in the legend. Like people said, Will Chamberlain led the league in assists one year, even though he really didn't. LeBron really did, and it's huge.
Hey, we're back on Monday. Jenna's back on Monday. Have a great weekend.